Greetings YouTubers, this is JokerJace25 with a video review and unboxing of the Zenith Z50PV220 50-inch plasma television. This is currently sold through Sears for about $550. This is our first foray into the HD TV market. The TV that my family and I had before this was a Sony Trinitron 36-inch television, and we also had an RCA 55-inch rear projection television. Both great TVs, both still working, but we weren't getting the full benefit out of like our Blu Ray player on the PlayStation 3, anything like that, so we wanted to upgrade, but at the same time we weren't wanting to spend an arm and a leg. That's mainly why I'm doing this review, because while I was looking and trying to find information, even about this television here, I couldn't find anything out there other than reviews on the website itself for people that have bought it. And the reviews on the Sears website were actually really good for this TV. Heard a lot of bad things about plasma, pros and cons. That's just basically a personal preference between plasma or an LCD or an LED TV. What I can tell you about this one real quick, if you are thinking about purchasing this from Sears, if you want it delivered to your house, it's about a $70 fee to have it delivered. If you want to go pick it up at Sears itself, it's free. Not being a big mall fan or being at Sears since I was like maybe 12 years old, it had been a while since I've been to Sears. Went ahead and ordered this online. Like I said, got it basically. I had a coupon code, so I got it for a little bit cheaper than the $550, but for about $568 out the door with taxes, I thought I did really good. The way Sears has it set up, you go to merchandise pickup, you park, you call a number, you give them your ticket number from what you've printed off from your receipt from when you purchased it, and basically within 5 minutes they will bring it out to your vehicle, load it, and you're on your way. If it's not out within 5 minutes, they give you like a $5 coupon towards a future purchase. For me, within 4 minutes they had the TV loaded up and was ready to go out the door. One thing you need to know if you are thinking about picking this up and having it in your vehicle, make sure you go in a vehicle that this will fit in. The box is actually pretty damn big. You're talking from end to end, it's 52 inches long, it's 32 inches tall, and it's 10 inches thick. So you're going to want something that it can stand up into. The going information that I got, again, like I said, I am not an audio or video file by any means. I was told that with a plasma television you cannot lay it flat, or it's not good to lay it flat. There is a time that you will lay it flat once you purchase it. That's just to put on the TV stand, but that's not for any length of time or any kind of duration. And it's surely not in the back of something while it's getting jostled around while you're driving. This TV was able, though, to fit neatly into my fiance's PT Cruiser, so it was like no big deal, and that's not like got a huge amount of room. But anyway, that's just something to be wary of. The box is big. Anyway, I'm sure you're not interested in seeing the box, so let's go directly to the TV. So give me just 1 minute and we'll talk more about that. Okay, so here we are with the TV running. Really happy with the picture, really happy with the colors. Thrilled with the purchase. Probably the single most best television that I've ever bought in my life. Anyway, some of the things that I wanted to touch on real quick, just because I know what I was going through when I was shopping for a TV, if I can help anybody out in any way, is you really got to ask yourself, do you want to get a plasma, an LCD, or an LED TV? There's pros and cons to each. Some of the biggest cons of owning a plasma, like what I have here, is the television glare. It doesn't look too bad right now. I don't have any kind of direct sunlight hitting it. But if I did, because the screen is glass, there is a glare. There's anti-glare screens that you can buy that put over it like a film or what have you. But I don't think it's really going to be a problem. I mean, if we're watching TV, I can always close the curtains or close the blinds, and it's not that big of a deal. And a lot of our viewing is at night, where the glare doesn't even become a factor. But it is something to think about if you're in the market for a TV. The reason why I wanted to do the plasma is because the colors are so rich, they're so deep. The blacks are extremely black. The whites are really white. I mean, you don't have any of that kind of like that. I can't really explain it. If you go someplace and you're looking at them side by side, you will honestly know the difference immediately between looking at a plasma and an LCD, or even an LED TV. I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm not discounting them at all. I'm not saying that, you know, one's over the other. I'm just saying, for my preference, this is what I liked better. You will also have people that will complain about a plasma that the bulb will eventually burn out, and that is a fact. The bulb on this television has a 100,000 hour life expectancy, which, if you put that in any kind of rational thought, if you watch this television 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the television would still last you 11 and a half years. So, yeah, the bulb will eventually burn out. I'm not watching this TV, 24 hours a day. It won't even probably be watched 8 hours a day. But even if it did on the highest end, where it was getting watched 8 hours a day, I'm still going to end up getting close to 34 years out of it. And I'm sure by that time I'll be ready to buy another TV, because the newer, bigger, better thing will be down the pike by then. But it's just something to think about. Again, that wasn't an issue for me. And plasmas are a little bit heavier than your LED or LCD televisions as well. Real quick, I'm going to run a Blu Ray or run a game, and I'll show you some of that, and then I will show you some standard definition as well. Okay, so one moment. Okay, and here we are with Madden 2011. I just wanted to show you some gameplay video real quick, and then I'll show you like a little sniglet of Blu Ray, and then we'll go to standard definition television. One of the things that you're looking, or you should be looking for if you end up with a plasma, is the refresh rate or frame rate. On this, it's 600 hertz, which means that there won't be any kind of motion blur. Everything will be extremely clear, even when there's fast moving action on it, whether it be a movie or a game or what have you. If you are looking for an LCD or an LED TV, one of the things that I've noticed, or what I've read about, is a lot of the ones that are priced lower, you might notice that they're at a 60 hertz. Now, I've got friends that have TV or LED or LCD TVs that have 60 hertz. They haven't had a problem or anything like that. I'm just saying what I've been told, or the things that I've read about, is you want to get a television, if you are doing that, that at least is compatible at 120 hertz. That way you're getting all those frame rates per second and everything like that, so you're getting a clearer picture. You're not getting like a motion blur or like a real fast kind of hazy effect when something quick is happening on the screen. With the plasma, you don't really have that so much, because it runs faster than what an LCD or an LED TV does. You're comparing, even like some of the fastest ones now for the LED and LCDs are 120, and like I said, this right out of the bucket is 600. So real quick, looking at the game, I've got the volume muted right now, but I'll change that in a second. That's another thing you want to look at, is because a lot of these TVs are so thin, the speakers just are crap. They sound real tinny and what have you, which is no big deal, because a lot of people end up adding it to a home theater, or they add a sound bar or what have you. I think it's cool that this TV right out of the bucket, even though it's as thin as it is, the sound is actually excellent. And in fact, let me go ahead and unmute it, and you can hear it for yourself. And you're hearing it through a flip camera, which has not the best audio pickup in the world anyway, but here we go.
Not only did they have the deep routes completely covered there, but they
And that's
also had the check down well within
on
their
30.
grasp. He's going to pass. He's wrestled down at the 46-yard line. The Saints were caught napping on that play. They played a zone, which is fine, but after the catch was made, they just didn't respond fast enough. Peyton Manning knew he had an opportunity for a big play and delivered a really nice ball. Joseph Adai was the intended receiver on the play. Well, the defense didn't get the sack, but they got the next best thing, and that was a bad throw.
Okay, and that was just to show you briefly what it looks and what it sounds like. Okay, and here we are just with standard definition television. This is coming in through the coax cable, no HDMI inputs. So it does have that little grainy effect to it. Eventually, if we upgrade to like Dish or even DirecTV, where you can have the high definition, and I believe even like with Charter Cable, you can get the cable box, and you can have a higher definition type screen or signal to come through. Right now, like I said, this is just straight coax cable coming through. It's not too bad. It's not great, but it does serve its purpose. It's a hell of a lot better than what we were normally seeing. Okay, real quick, I want to show you what else was in the box besides the TV itself. Along with the TV, let's just do this real quick. If you were going to mount the TV to the wall, or one of those TV stands that has the metal back plate, you have one of these. So instead of it being on a TV stand, this goes into where the hole would be. And it also comes with like a little piece of black cloth tape that would stick to it to keep it from falling out, although it does clip in there. Neat little thing to have. Comes with a CD-ROM. The CD-ROM basically is just a copy of your owner's manual. If you want to keep it on your computer or what have you, in case one day that you could possibly lose your owner's manual. It's a neat little addition. Didn't have to do it. It's kind of cool. I'll probably not lose the owner's manual because I'm so anal retentive, but I went ahead and downloaded it to the computer anyway. Thought it was neat to have. This is a ferret core. The TV came with 3 of these, 2 larger ones and the smaller one. This is more for like a audio cable. Right now I don't have any kind of audio output on the television, and basically these are just magnets, and you would wrap your wire around it and then close it, and it keeps any kind of electric magnet type of interference that you would have through your signal. The 2 larger ones that I have are both on the front and back sides of the power cord. One that plugs in towards the television, the other one that plugs into my surge protector, and it keeps any kind of interference from happening. Nice little added extra. Also, you get a this microfiber cloth, basically telling you that if you're going to clean the screen, use this in the water, no chemicals. Nice little addition. I have better microfiber cloths myself, but I mean, it's nice that they included that. You have a warning about your television, because it is, like I said, 60 pounds, has some weight to it, to make sure that you secure it. You don't want it falling over and accidentally, killing the family dog or one of your children. Then you have the owner's manual itself. You have on disc. What I like about this owner manual is that you can basically read it cover to cover in like less than 10 minutes. And it's concise. It has all your information that you'll need to know, everything from your remote functions, the functions of the TV, how to troubleshoot, and it's decent. Most owner's manuals read like stereo instructions written in Japanese, and this basically, if you're wanting to know how to hook up your camcorder, you want to hook up this, you want to hook up that, you can just flip to the page and it'll tell you, have a little diagram, everything like that. Real short and sweet. I just took the label off the front of the TV that had the energy guide, and again, this is just telling you if you ran it for 5 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, your yearly cost is only 28 bucks, which my daughter blows that on, you know, just using her blow dryer every month and her flat iron. Anyway, very cool. Now the thing that everybody really wants to see, and the reason why I was doing this, is for the remote. The remote is your basic standard remote. It does have all your Blu Ray function buttons here. You'll use the blue one a lot more than the other color coded ones, simply because for this remote, the blue is almost always your input button. Everything from your channel labels to changing the color to customizing for even your audio. It has everything. You also have your mute, freeze, ratio button, which you can just hit that and it will change from 16:9, 4:3, your zoom functions, cinema zoom, all the extra stuff that the television does come with. All your other standard for your menu, up and down, left and right, and entering for putting your inputs in. Decent weight. Not a lot of bells and whistles, but it's perfect for the TV. What I did like about this remote is on the battery door, comes tethered, has a little umbilical cords function, so when you're changing out the battery, the door doesn't get lost. Also came with two like cheapo no-name batteries, and I went ahead and replaced those with some Amazon basic batteries, which are cheapo Amazon batteries, but an Amazon whore, so I always enjoy buying their products. Anyway, so that's the remote, and now I'll wrap this up and we'll go take a look at the thinness, I guess, or the depth of the television, so you can see how thin it is, and I'll compare it to like one of my flip cameras, and I'll go ahead and show you the inputs. Okay, last but not least, I wanted to go ahead and show you how thick the television is. And we will just walk over to the side real quick, and that way I can show you how thin the TV actually is. And for like a size comparison, this is my flip camera, one of my flip cameras, and you can see it's not even as wide as the flip is from back to front. And there's your side inputs right there, and of course the back inputs there, and we can actually turn. Don't know how good that's going to show up. It might be a little too dark. But right now the only thing I have connected to it is I have the PlayStation 3 connected through with an HDMI cable, have the coax coming through for the regular cable, and I have the kids' Wii connected to it. And that's basically it. So again, thank you for watching. That's my review on the Zenith Z50PV220 television. Plasma TV, 50-inch, from Sears for $550. Thank you for watching. Feel free to comment. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. I'll do my best to answer them. If I don't know the answer, I'm sure some other YouTuber out there will have the answers for you. Alright, thank you, and again, have a great day.